Yo. Hey, what's happening? Sorry, I was trying to share the show. Hey, what's going down? It is the first two episodes, or even better say, to the first week after the official Royal Rumble, and new stories are building on the road to WrestleMania. And of course, you want to talk about that. But not only do you want to talk about it, you want to talk about it with us. Because nobody talks wrestling like we do. It is the most unconventional wrestling conversation in the world. It is the first Black Champ podcast. And let me get the mic right. I am still the pick. R.I.P. Irv Gotti. Rest in peace, DMX. Cam from the port.
And I am J.R. Bang. Make sure you rate, like, subscribe, download wherever you get your favorite podcast. Barbershed Network is the home. Shouts out to the rebrand, Barbershed Co. Make sure y'all check out that young press release and everything. Make sure you follow us on everything at the FBC POD, and make sure you get that merch. Link in the bio. Rest in peace, Irv Gotti. Rest in peace, DMX. See, y'all starting in the comments already. Maybe Jey Uso should face Johnny Wrestling. Nah, we don't want that. Y'all don't want that either. Y'all don't want that either. Before we get to the wrestling today, as we record the Super Bowl Sunday, the Kansas City Chiefs, the Philadelphia Eagles tonight, 5:30 Central, 6:30 Eastern. The Super Bowl is here. Probably the last day of FanDuel betting for me until the NFL season. I'm not a FanDueler. I'm not a FanDueler during basketball season. It's a little bit too hectic. I stick with the sports that I know.
I got you.
And that is football. But do you have a pick for today's matchup between the Chiefs and the Eagles?
Well, I have been saying, because of the year that Saquon Barkley is having, I would say the Eagles. However, I just want to make y'all aware, because a lot of people think that the NFL, much like the NBA, is on their WWE stuff and it's scripted. Just saw a headline before we got on this stream that said Patrick Mahomes' grandfather is hanging on in hospice.
Yeah.
Why they releasing that kind of information on Super Bowl Sunday? I mean, hey, it's going back to the Ray Lewis, hey, when God is for you, who can be against you type of deal. That's all I'm saying. I don't know what y'all believe, but hey, it's looking, and not for nothing, because I respect greatness for y'all that that may know or not know. I was a huge Tom Brady Belichick fan, just of regardless of everything that was happening. And I do respect what Patrick Mahomes and Chelsea doing, or Kelsey, however you pronounce his name, Taylor Swift dude, right? So it could go either way, but I'm going to pick the Eagles. I like Saquon. I think Black people in Philly, they need something to be happy and excited about, especially after what happened there last week. So, yeah, I'll go Eagles.
Yeah, I got the Eagles 38-35 as well, but you got a point, though, when you got Patrick Mahomes' granddaddy holding on by a thread, it definitely lends to the storyline.
Yeah.
Definitely lends to the, oh man, at the end of the game, how do you feel? And Patrick Mahomes crying because not only is he the first quarterback to three-peat in the Super Bowl era, his granddaddy get to see him win a ring before he leaves.
Yep, and then check out before the parade.
It's like Patrick Mahomes win today, and then on Monday afternoon, you get an alert that says that Patrick Mahomes' granddaddy passes away. But his granddaddy gonna see an L before he go.
Okay, you and girl dad, David and the Investor agree. And not for nothing, I think Patrick Mahomes, it is time for him to experience real loss. And that sounded bad. I meant like on the football field. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say it like that, because I want to see how he deals with adversity. You know what I mean? Like, he's already him and Tom Brady's story ain't the same. Like, Patrick Mahomes has been him from the door, and everybody knew it. So now what does he do when he has to take it?
Matter of fact, the only Super Bowl that he lost is to Tom Brady. So it's like,
you know what I'm saying?
You got a point. So, and Russ said something right, man. The Chiefs won a lot of questionable games this season. A lot.
Yeah.
A whole lot.
Russ, I mean it like that.
We ain't mean.
I promise I did. It just, hey, listen, man. My vocabulary wasn't really clicking as fast as I wanted to on that.
It's a faux pas.
You know what I'm saying? Just a minor faux pas.
A faux pas. But nah, man. That they won that game against the Denver Broncos off of a block kick. They won a couple of games. The Bengals game, they lost on like a pass interference. They gave them enough yards to go ahead and kick the field goal. They won a lot of one-score games, man. This Eagles team, I'm being nice by saying 30, 38, 35 because it is Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid and stuff. But that defensive line for the Eagles, led by Jalen Carter, they ain't to be played with. The Eagles got the best offensive line and defensive line in this game. I think this game is won in the trenches. Saquon Barkley, 2 touchdowns, over 100 yards rushing, MVP. Eagles take it home. Shouts out to Blogs. Shouts out to Justin. Shouts out to Wiso. Shouts out to the Philly gang. If y'all lose, though, I am texting every last one of you. and just with a laugh emoji.
But from what you said, it sounds like I'm gonna leave with some prize picks money because I took all the low bets and the promotion bets.
We're not promoted by Prize Picks. You know, we ain't there yet. But I can tell you right now, I definitely went on that joint this morning. I got 2 lineups. I got Jalen Hurts throwing over 213. I got Saquon Barkley with a touchdown. I got Kareem Hunt with a touchdown. I got Noah Gray, the backup tight end, with a touchdown.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right.
Jake Elliott with more than a field goal and a half, and Harrison Butker as well. On the second one, I got Mahomes. That they got the little gift they give you, Mahomes, with a touchdown. Just go one. No, you good. Just pick it. You straight. Saquon with a touchdown. Kareem Hunt with a touchdown again. Kelsey with a touchdown. I kept the Hurts to the 213 and AJ Brown with a touchdown too. FanDuel. DraftKings. I went on DraftKings. I went big on DraftKings. See, on DraftKings or FanDuel, that's the one where I do like I almost did. Remember that Kansas City Buffalo game where it was like 13 seconds, these marks all scored. Yeah. If Buffalo would have won that game, I would have won $10,000.
Ooh.
I'm still mad at that game. If they would have won, I would have won 10 plus.
Damn.
All Buffalo had to win. That's why I don't fuck with Josh Allen. I'll fuck with Josh Allen and Buffalo because y'all cost me $10,000.
Well, now a lot of people have joined you after the last couple 48 hours.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, see, there you go. 50 on that Noah G touchdown gives you 1,500. Hey, Noah Gray gets the most random ass touchdowns. It is always back of the end zone. Either it is in the middle of the back or it's to the right-hand side over the shoulder. I think he gonna get one. He's due for a random touchdown. Yeah. So let me tell you about this parlay that I put down. $10 wager that would get me, if I win, it gets me $15,000. Wow, I'm gonna tell you what gets me to $15,000. Okay. All right, so I said it's gonna be 38 to 35, so I believe it's gonna be over 48. Kareem Hunt, I'm sure Kareem Hunt's gonna get him a touchdown.
Okay.
Noah Gray, that random ass touchdown. Jalen Hurts and Saquon Barkley anytime scores. But what gets you that one? What gets you that one is the halftime full-time joint.
Oh, yeah.
When Kansas City played Buffalo a couple of years ago in that championship game, they tied at halftime.
Okay.
I picked the tie at halftime and Buffalo to win the game. Everything else that needed. Everything hit, but Buffalo winning.
Damn.
So on this one, I got the tie at halftime and the Eagles winning the game. Okay. So if over 48 and a half hit, Kareem Hunt, Noah Gray, Jalen Hurts, Saquon Barkley score, and it's a tie at halftime and the Eagles win, $10 gives me $15,000.
Wow. Off the 10? Off the Sawbuck?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm about to make me get on here and just guess.
That's it. Look, and matter of fact, it almost happened to me twice because the Rams did the same thing, but they kicked the field goal. They got in field goal position before halftime was over. Everything hit but the tie at halftime. And that would have got me 8.
Wow.
So,
man, they got some high stakes when they're on DraftKings, you said?
That's on DraftKings. I got that. Hey, $10. Hey, $10 on look.
Yeah.
The other ones I'm comfortable with.
Yeah.
That tie, hey, if you go look, Prize Picks is the one that I know that's going to give me some bread back, something back. But DraftKings, I don't mind spending 10 to go on all out, man. Shouts out to Mikey on I Ain't Gonna Hold You. I'm going to send this parlay to him, see what he's talking about. But we going to see what's up, man. But Super Bowl Sunday, very excited. If y'all having the Super Bowl party, drink responsibly. You know what I'm saying? Don't go too hard out here in Chicago. Weather's supposed to be freezing weather today, freezing rain and all that today. So y'all be careful out there on them roads.
Yeah. Or pack your overnight bag, chill, go crazy, and just wake up at 8 in the morning and do what you got to do.
Exactly. But I just know last week when it did the freezing rain shit, that was the hardest walk that I had to take. I had to walk both of them kids to the bus stop two at a time, boy. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, hey, Russ. Even on the freezing rain, I mean, especially Illinois freezing rain, I'm where I'm at.
Yeah.
Once I hit the you can't drive, bro, then hey, I'm staying where I'm at because black ice is undefeated.
Undefeated.
I don't care how sober you are. I don't care how new your tires is. Illinois black ice is undefeated. And when I say undefeated, that means that even when you doing what you need to do, that don't mean everybody else is.
Yeah.
And it's just not a game. If I got to go more than 2 miles, I'm where I'm at. Sorry. See you when it's 37 degrees.
Yeah. So be safe out. Hey, be safe out there on the roads, man. First Black Champ, Bang Camp.
For sure.
Let's start with these WWE releases. The last 2 days, Twitter's been lit when it comes to releases. Frightful. Sean Ross Sapp and his team was up to date on all the releases. Authors of Pain, Paul Ellering, Cedric Alexander, Sonya Deville, Blair Davenport, Isla Dawn, Giovanni Vici, and the Good Brothers, Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows. All was released. There's a couple of questions about some other people. You know, what we're going to do about Alba Fire. She was part of the tag team with Don. Authors of Pain and Paul Ellering gone. What about Karrion Kross? Is he safe? But let's talk about these releases. Which one of these releases is the most shocking to you, if any?
I won't say shocking, but it is weird that Giovanni Vinci got released when they literally repackaged him, rebrand him, and even though he was taking L's, but usually they don't go that far on the rebrand to the point where you got vignettes leading up to your first match, and then you're gone with not even 6 months later. So that it's not necessarily shocking, but it's weird.
Yeah, it does remind me back in like the early 90s when you would get that vignette of some random ass wrestler and then you don't see him no more.
Yeah.
But then his first match back, he lost to a roll up, basically.
Yeah.
To Apollo Crews. So I knew the writing was on the wall then, where they needed some space back there in catering, and he had to go. I'm shocked about Isla Dawn. And not just because she's a favorite on this show. This is an Isla Dawn podcast.
The only.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say the only former champ on this list, the only recent former champ on this list.
Yeah, I was shocked because the women's tag team division. I felt like they was building that up. I felt like they were a decent part of it, not just being able to go on the main roster, but also going to NXT. That's the one that I was like, oh.
Yeah. No.
Wow. Everybody else.
Legit sad.
Yeah.
Legit sad for Isla Dawn. Hey, and for me, Sonya Deville for me. I know what she's into, but Isla and Sonya.
Yeah, like
keep them now with all times.
Now with Sonya didn't necessarily surprise me because it's like, man, like that whole stud line group there's no reason for that. The stud line. There's no reason for that at all. I was just like, oh, okay. But she had a presence at the Royal Rumble.
Right.
It's like, oh, okay, maybe y'all gonna do something. But they had a presence at the Royal Rumble. But when she was not in the Intercontinental Championship tournament, it's like, we could go. Again, Isla Dawn, because of the tag team piece, is the only one that I'm shocked and surprised of. Now, the internet. The internet wrestling community. They always, the WWE dropped the ball on this person. They dropped the ball. Who, if you had to pick, if you were Triple H, if you were Paul Levesque, which one of these wrestlers you would be like, yeah, I dropped the ball on. I dropped the ball on this one. I could have did better with this one.
I mean, really, as I look at this list, nobody. You got just being honest, like for instance, you look at Cedric Alexander, he had his run. He's had two really good runs. One as just one of the premier cruiserweights, light heavyweights, 205 livers. He had his run as that, and it seems like it's ran its course. Sonya Deville, at one point, she as an active competitor and as a GM, she had a really great run. The only other person, well, you know what? I'll say this. Blair Davenport, it looked like she was going to make something happen, but I think when they gave her one of the budding spots, it just didn't hit. I don't think what she did in NXT translated well to the main roster, or I mean, maybe it just wasn't meant to be. Again, the only true shock, I would say, or if you can say dropping the ball, you got to go back to Isla Dawn, because not only was she going viral for looking like that, she was also a former tag champ. And it seemed like she was going to be the one that would have stayed. I would have guessed Alba Fire would have been the one that would have got released. If you're going to release one of them, I had no idea it would have been Isla Dawn. It just didn't make sense from what the energy was with them since what Clash at the Castle. I think it was I'm sorry, Bash in Berlin. I'm sorry. Whichever one of those they won at. But but dropping the ball, look at the Royal Rumble. Look at Saturday night's main event. Most of them weren't even there. So I can't say they dropped the ball, because they definitely got premier spots held down right now.
If I had to pick one, I'm picking Giovanni Vici.
Okay.
If I had to, he can wrestle. He has a great look. You can pair him against a couple of people and have good matches with. You could have sent his ass back to NXT and let him doing what he was doing in the beginning. If I had to pick one, that's the one. Considering everything that they did, the vignettes, all of that stuff, I wouldn't have minded him staying. I wouldn't have minded him going to NXT. Cedric Alexander, bye.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. Because of the TNA WWE partnership, it's very difficult for me to see some of these wrestlers go to TNA. Mm-hmm. Not because of the fact that they might have to be paired with type shit. Right. No. It's because they've probably seen them just as much as we have, if not more, of course.
I got you.
So since we've seen them, I'm straight.
That's fair.
I'll go to AEW. Is there, funny question, is there anybody on this list that has the potential to become a star in AEW?
Well, no. AEW doesn't make stars. I don't know what else y'all want from me, but that's the answer.
I just want to throw it out there to see if anybody, because everybody, when they get cut, the first thought is they could go to AEW and they can go win the championship.
Yeah, sure. Hey, and what does that mean? Yeah. That's like, hey, that's like winning a used car.
Now, have you seen Ricochet's work in AEW lately?
I've only seen some internet clips. I haven't seen like full segments. I'll keep it a buck. I ain't seen full segments of them yet.
I am not mad at this version of Ricochet.
Okay.
I'm not mad. This heel version of Ricochet, I am not mad at. Because I think this fits him most.
Okay.
He came into AEW. He was damn near the lame that could flip and do some cool shit. He tried to fit in with the Hurt Syndicate. And that's when they gave him that epic photo when they grabbed him by the mouth. Yeah. Man, we'll beat your ass out here. Swerve Strickland throws tissue on this man. And now it's like, okay, I'm tired of y'all treating me like this. I'm going to show y'all I ain't the lame y'all think I am. Let me get these scissors. And let me fuck Swerve up. And that's exactly what he did. Now, it was funny seeing Ricochet with Bun last night.
Wait, what? I'm just reading that too. Hey, wait. So Bun B was at AEW? Or was Ricochet out in Houston?
Nah, I mean, Bun B was at AEW with his Trill Burgers.
Okay.
And if I can remember correctly, because there was a lot of stuff going on at the time, I think somebody got slapped with a Trill Burger.
I respect it.
Put it, but that was an interesting dynamic right there. And it's always good to say I think somebody got slapped with a burger or some shit. But either way go. This Ricochet, this version of Ricochet, I can respect. Mm-hmm. I'm tired of being sunned out here. I'm lame. I know I'm lame. I know I was lame speaking, trying to do that. I like what the fans do. I'm not Ricky Steamboat, fam. I can't just be the good guy all the time. He stole a little robe and shit, the golden robe and that thing. And now I like this version of Ricochet. If this version of Ricochet would have been in the WWE, then and they would have cut him, I would have been like, y'all dropped the ball.
Okay.
Sometimes you have to be cut in order to find your way. And I don't think it was no better person. Yep, there we go. I don't think it was no better person. And to me, in my eyes, not only the person who profited the most off of the cut, but to me, the biggest star in AEW, Tony Storm.
Yeah, for sure.
Timeless Tony Storm is the key, the top of the food chain in the women's division, but also it's the example of leaving the WWE and what can go.
Yeah.
But I also want to just say to Toni Storm, we thank you on this podcast specifically. When you came out dressed like Mariah May on Dynamite, that was slow clap. Yeah. Amazing.
Cheeks. The good kind.
We here at First Black Champ salute you for everything that you've done this week for us as a culture. Oh my God, that was great A.
Yeah, oh no, for sure. Toni Storm is definitely, she is the blueprint for how to transition. But see, now this does make me think, because I literally just said a few minutes ago, AEW don't build stars. So now, for me, I think a bigger conversation, especially with just women in wrestling, is who builds the better characters? Who builds the better characters? The women themselves or the machines? Because
that's Toni.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I think if you notice, the authenticity that comes with a lot of women wrestlers is how they get over. Like Bianca Belair, obviously, the WWE didn't create that. They've just given it the platform. I often remember Sasha Banks, Mercedes Moné, often saying how only Dusty Rhodes got what she was trying to do with the legit boss thing. Because granted, if you are attractive and blonde, they usually give you like a colorful outfit or a leather jacket in the WWE. That's just kind of your thing. Like even with what's my girl, Lacey Evans. Okay, the military was her angle, but they want her to be female Sergeant Slaughter. So they don't really have a lot of character layer and development, especially for white blonde women. So I could see Toni Storm getting lost in the shuffle and in a space like that. But now you see, okay, hey, look, this is just the inmates running the asylum. I work for a mark, and now I can do whatever I want. And that's what she came up with. Like, I know Tony Khan's not helping her with this. I doubt the Young Bucks have much input on this. So it does show that, man, she really was meant to be in this spot. She just probably needed the leeway to get the character over that she needed. And I think that's dope. Look, Ricochet in WWE, he was Spider-Man. He was biracial Spider-Man. Because they wanted him to be kind of like white too. But now I'm only gonna just concede to what Bang is saying, because I've only seen clips and moments. I haven't really seen the whole segment of him over in AEW. But if he's in a better character space, then basically what he needed was the chance to repackage, get over, and resell back to the WWE if that's where he wants to go. Which is, hey, look, that's what Cody had to do. It was bound to work for somebody else, and maybe we're just seeing that finally take shape.
Yeah, and Russ is right. Some wrestlers have good ideas, and some of them have terrible ideas.
Hey, Keith
this John Moxley shit, I don't even know what the fuck they doing.
Yeah.
Like somebody's gonna have to explain me this.
Yeah, and listen, Russ, you're 100% right. And look, everybody's not batting 1,000. We're just highlighting the two recent successes. Look at everybody else that left. I don't even think Edge is necessarily doing better than what he's doing. I'm not sure Daniel Bryan did what's better. Daniel Bryan is just the wrestler's wrestler. The wrestling got him over. I don't know if anybody that has left the E to go to AEW has done something character-wise is better. It's definitely not batting 1,000. They're maybe batting 250. Maybe.
Shit, they ain't batting 250 if the only people that we can name really is Ricochet and Toni Storm.
Yeah.
Adam Cole not only looks worse, his body looks worse.
Yeah.
MJF wasn't even a WWE character, but they talk so much about him going to WWE. I'll add him into this because since he re-signed, I don't think we gave a shit about MJF.
Yeah. Yep.
Like literally, he made the decision to resign, It's almost like Ricochet and Tony Storm to me are the anomalies. And I'm gonna go to Christian Cage in a minute because he's a bigger anomaly than people realize.
For sure.
But for this right here, Tony Storm and Ricochet to me are the anomalies. People who left the E, went to AEW, and become bigger stars. Even though he won a championship, I won't put Swerve there yet because I think there's more layers in Swerve's character that we have not seen. I think we've hit where Ricochet needs to be, and Timeless Tony Storm goes nowhere. Then you have Keith Lee and Adam Cole and others. But then you have people like MJF who the lure of him joining the WWE was bigger than him in AEW. Yeah. And now that he's re-signed, I don't think people give a damn because he doesn't have to mention WWE and the bidding war of 2004 because it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
But Swerve, I think, again, has more layers to his character. It's just, I believe, being overshadowed now by Ricochet's character, even though Ricochet used him to get it over.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I'm still not sure of what Swerve's character is. I'm still, other than just being a black dude who like fashion and take pictures with celebrities,
right?
I don't know what Swerve's character is.
Right.
No, he does not seem like a boss. He does not seem like the leader of a conglomerate. He does not sound like or look like a businessman. Yeah. He looks like a nigga with dreads and gold teeth. Tony Storm, Timeless Tony Storm, boom, you know what it is.
Yeah.
This version of Ricochet, like I said, the lame who about to show y'all, I ain't really no lame. I got a screw loose. Somebody has to explain to me what Swerve's character is.
Is it just being a polished YN? Maybe that's it. Huh? I don't know. I don't know either. And I watch way less than you do, so I don't know.
Right. I don't know. Like, I legit don't know.
Yeah.
I don't care. Andy, let me just say, I don't care if I'm in the minority with Swerve. Just answer the question. What's Swerve's character?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
like, this ain't the podcast. Y'all, if y'all hear enough, this ain't the podcast to care about who's the minority or the majority of shit.
Yeah.
We ask questions, we want answers. Tell me Swerve's character.
Yeah, it's fair now, yeah. Because like I think y'all are confusing with being liked.
Right.
Versus like
it ain't about being liked. Because even though I hate Jon Moxley's character, there's some off-brand alt-right type group of things that just don't give a shit about authority and want to whoop people's ass. Does it work? Yeah, but I know what the character is. Mercedes Moné, she's a boss, and she's portraying that. I just don't think AEW is the place to be the boss. Hell, Haley Cameron, dumb blonde. I know a whole bunch of YNs.
Yeah.
They don't come off as Swerve. And I hate to say it in the way that I say it because I don't like it. Comes off fake to me. And maybe that's why I don't identify with the character.
I got you.
Now, I could bring the Hurt Syndicate in here, but I'll tell y'all now, Bobby Lashley should be the AEW World Champion right now.
Yeah.
Why he got the tag team belts?
Yeah. I got
you. We know what the Hurt business is. Like, that's my Swerve comes off unauthentic.
Okay.
Now, the true anomaly in this is Christian Cage. Here's my thoughts around Christian Cage. This might sound bad. This might sound bad, but I don't think so. Christian is a forever mid-carder in the WWE.
Yeah.
But that same character is the top of the food chain everywhere else. And that's why he's able to get over anywhere he goes.
Mm-hmm.
He's always been a dick. He's always been an asshole. Mm-hmm. It changes in the way he presents the assholeness.
Yeah.
But Christian's look on his face even reads asshole.
Yeah. Yeah, Christian. So I'm glad you said this. And I believe I can explain exactly why this happens. Christian, every layer of Christian is king douchebag, right? He's like the king of D-baggery.
Christian looks like a dude that if you saw him in person, you'd be like, fuck you. I don't like him. I don't like the cut of his jib.
So the problem with him in the WWE is they treat him like the sidekick, the understudy, the you're not worthy of success person. Think about it. Edge and Christian, he's kind of like just there, right? I think he's a great, accompaniment to Edge. I think the race between them as talent is more equal than people wanted to realize it. You know what I'm saying? So, but I think just Edge just got over just earlier with the lengths he was willing to take it, or that they would let him to a certain degree too. But you think about some of the things with Christian. Christian was the dude that helped Chris Jericho get Trish, but then like turn on him. Like it was like some real Saved by the Bell shit. Like they gave him a Saved by the Bell storyline, Then it's the CLB, the creepy little bastard thing. Like you can't really overcome that when the hottest wrestler in the universe is calling you a creepy little bastard, and you can't be seen as king douchebag after that unless you beat him. Like the thing that literally would have helped Christian is if he would have beat some of the people that were making fucking fun of him.
I'll even go even better for you. But finish your point. I want you to finish your point.
Yeah, because if he goes over on The Rock, if he goes over on Austin, hell, if he goes over on Edge, something that would have established him as being like, yo, no, I'm really out here. Fuck y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm King D Baggery. I do what I want out here. But they kept giving him these very they gave him slimy roles. They gave him very number two sidekick afterthought. You don't deserve this. You shouldn't even be here. Like people think the B+ player Daniel Bryan was the big underdog story. No, look at Christian from 2000 to 2005 and think and ask how, and then ask yourself, damn, how did he win that world heavyweight title with those storylines being the ones that were in there? They basically gave him some kind of a swan song title run and then the one more match thing. But it almost made it seem like it was fluke, like he was just the streakiest wrestler alive. But if you see his work in TNA, you see what he did and is doing in AEW or just anywhere else, like he's a prominent figure. He can be a dominant character, and they just never gave him the chance to really do that in the WWE.
So I was thinking about it while you was talking, and I got the answer. Anywhere Christian goes, except for the WWE, he's going to be the biggest asshole.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's going to work.
He's not going to be the biggest asshole in WWE, especially when you have people like Chris Jericho already there.
Yeah.
He's not going to be the biggest dick there when Triple H is there.
Yeah. And then on top of it, they won't put him over. Like he won't beat Triple H. He won't beat Jericho. So he can't be.
Because it's not even believable.
Yeah.
But at TNA, at AEW, he can be that and flourish.
Yeah.
Because his time in WWE makes him bigger than a lot of those people in the first place.
Exactly.
But Christian put in the work.
Yeah.
He puts in the work. And the work that he's doing currently in AEW is the best heel work that I've ever seen him do. But when you look at that roster, it's also kind of easier because he's the most talented asshole on the roster.
Yeah. Hey, listen, not for nothing. One, I want to say this because I don't want to forget it again. One, that your father is dead stuff is hilarious to me. I think that's gold. No, that's diamond. That's diamond.
And not only that, the kid is now in his stable. And the kid's mom.
You know what I'm saying? So real South Central shit. You know what I'm saying? Real South Central shit.
I'm fucking your mom. Your daddy dead. I'm fucking your mom, and you gonna do what I tell you to do.
You know what I'm saying?
Then.
Well, you're here to get your son. but also that, hey, and also look, now that we see Cope and Christian and they're doing what they want separately, don't they look a lot more even than they've ever looked as Edge and Christian in the WWE?
I can tell you right now. I'd rather see Christian than Cope right now. Christian, like, again, the development of this character that Christian has done, to me, is the best douchebaggery that he's done. Again, I'll say this, and if I ever met Christian, I'll tell him that you look like you're a douchebag. You look like you're an asshole. And every character I've always liked about Christian, every character that Christian did that I liked has always been asshole Christian.
Yeah.
I don't like face Christian. I don't like the bus to the other side. I hate that motherfucker. No, I like Christian. I hated that song. I ain't even gonna I hate that song, Jack. The only Christian theme I like is Christian. If it's funny on your own.
Really? That one is cool.
That's it. That's it.
Know, man,
goddamn.
I hate that shit was going crazy. I ain't gonna lie to you.
And you know why I hate it? Because to me, it don't match him.
No, that's true. Now that is
true. That's why I never liked Christian as a face.
Mm-hmm.
I never will. He's not a good guy to me. He could be the greatest guy backstage. Give you the shirt off his back, cash app you a couple of dollars, fix your plate at catering. Christian could do all of that shit. But when he leave that curtain, when he leave Gorilla, if he's not an asshole, take your ass back to the back.
Yes. I got you.
And that's why, to me, he works better outside the WWE, because it's going to be a million people like him that are assholes that got heel asshole characters.
Yeah.
In AEW, there's not a lot, but also there's nobody better than him at that shit.
Yeah. I do agree with that. Because even when you look at the Christian Coalition thing, right? But they paired him with like Tyson Tomko. But they'll put Jericho with the Big Show. Like,
bingo.
You know what I mean? There is, I really wish, and this is just not cap just because we're talking about it now. If they really gave Christian a legit run to be that asshole, right? To be that D-bag, but to get over, much like they did Jericho. Listen, we love Chris Jericho overall and what his contribution is to wrestling, but be plain, be simple and plain. If he don't go over on Rock and Stone Cold, we're not talking about Christian like we do today. We're not doing that. Like it was never meant to be that.
We're not going over Chris Jericho like that.
Yes, I'm sorry. Yes, we're not talking about Jericho like that. If he doesn't go over on Rock and Stone Cold, if he doesn't eventually go over on Triple H, that shit matters. That shit matters. That is like the only difference between Edge, Jericho, and Christian is that those two got over on all the top stars over 10 years, where he may have beat Edge like for no reason.
That's matter of fact, before we move on, let's keep it real funky about Christian. When has he ever win against a mid-level top guy or top guy? And he was not the favorite. Before he left for TNA the first time, when they had him in that triple threat with John Cena, we knew he was getting pinned.
Yep.
When he was going up against Randy Orton, we was shocked that he got the belt. But then it was like, oh yeah, but Edge gone. One more match. We only was like, oh, Christian gonna get his joints off when he was wrestling the ECW niggas.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly.
That was it. Like,
exactly.
And to your point, Jeff Hardy won the title. He pinned Triple H. Chris Jericho went through the Rock and Stone Cold to get that championship. They never did that with Christian. And that's why that character he's doing in AEW and what he did in TNA as a heel and as a face, but mostly as a heel, that don't happen in the WWE because that means he's going to have to go over John Cena. And we know damn well that ain't going to happen. They didn't even give him the CM Punk joint.
Yeah.
When CM Punk was shitting on Jeff Hardy.
Yep.
Now, I think it was Russ or Eddie that made this comment around. There we go. Great sidekicks.
Yeah, see.
I
want Matt Hardy out of that conversation immediately. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm conflicted by this comment. The reason why I'm conflicted by this comment here is because I don't look at Christian and Matt Hardy on the same level, or Devon, excuse me. Let me put it like this. I don't look at Devon on the same level as Christian and Matt Hardy solo.
Okay.
To me, I get what Eddie is saying. I'm not saying that Eddie is wrong. And I might say something that a lot of people don't agree with. I think Reverend Devon could have made it.
It was making it. No, ain't no would have. It was. They just took Batista from him.
They characters like that need a good deacon. Yeah. He needed another Deacon Batista. But let me ask you this question. Can great sidekicks make great solo acts?
They can. And sticking strictly to these three.
Matter of fact, let me go even more specific.
Okay.
Can the Marty Jannetty of a tag team become Shawn Michaels?
Well, not the Marty Jannetty. No. But these guys are not Marty Jannetty.
There you go.
Hey, listen, you go back to ECW. Devon's not the sidekick. He's not the sidekick. I think, hey, listen, let's just call it what it is. You stick a black guy and a white guy on the same team, the white guy in the WWE is just over automatically. APA. Okay, Ron Simmons was the world champ in WCW. When they put the acolytes together, nobody really cared. When they were the APA, just because, because Bradshaw's not chump, but Farouk is not Marty Jannetty. Matt Hardy is not the sidekick of the fucking Hardy Boys. He's not. That's why he got over first. Because version 1, Matt Hardy is still the best Matt Hardy. Hey, listen.
That's why I wanted to make it specific.
Yeah.
Because when you say that these guys make great sidekicks, I don't think they were.
Yeah, they're not.
At the time of them being a tag team, I did not look at Devon, Matt Hardy or Christian in the Marty Jannetty territory at all.
Yeah, no, nowhere near it.
That's why I wanted to phrase it in that way. I do not look at any of those three wrestlers as sidekicks.
Yeah.
I think of them as 1A and 1B. It just so happened that somebody else had more success than the other.
Yeah. And for me, I think Edge knew Christian could do this. I'm personally going to call out Vince McMahon and Triple H for why we view Christian the way we do. Because if you're going to, out of those three, Christian, Matt Hardy, Devon, I do think Christian's the better out of those three. I think he has the more upside star power wise than both of them. I think that just on the aspect of you got to give the leaders of the teams that chance to go solo. I don't think Christian just got the chance.
Yeah,
I don't think he got a fair shake to do it.
And let me be clear, there's a difference between playing the role and being on one accord. Mm-hmm. I don't think that Matt Hardy, Devon, or Christian played the role as the number two. That tag team functioned with two alphas.
Yeah, facts.
I consider Edge and Christian. I consider the Dudley Boys. I consider the Hardys as two alphas. When I looked at the Rockers, I never looked at Marty Jannetty as the guy at all.
Yeah.
I always said, Shawn gonna be cold.
And I wrote them both off. So
now I thought Shawn Michaels was gonna be. I mean, I didn't think he was gonna be the greatest of all time or be considered that.
Right.
But I was like, yo, that's a multiple intercontinental champion. Mm. Here's my perfect example. I got two of them actually. Mm. And for the OGs that listen to this show, you will understand what I'm talking about. There's no demolition without Axe and Smash.
That's a fact.
You can't leave demolition and be like, Smash is wrestling for the Intercontinental Championship.
Yeah.
Once you break them up, once you break up demolition, that shit's done.
Yeah.
You know who tried it and it just didn't work? There's no Powers of Pain without Warlord and Barbarian.
Yeah.
Those tag teams needed each other, and when it was done, it was done.
Yeah.
Flip side, well, and go with the rock. Flip side, you have those situations where the breakup happens, and you know one of them gonna be a star.
Yeah.
There's no. This is just me speaking. Just me speaking. When they broke up Edge and Christian, when they broke up the Hardys, and when they broke up the Dudley Boys, I thought them teams was going to be okay as tag teams, and I thought they was going to be okay as solo acts.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, hey, look, you don't get the TLC matches being what they are if all six of those guys aren't Batman, basically.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like you don't get it with that, because there have been, hey, look, this is no different than what they were trying to do in the early 90s with the Hart Foundation, the Rockers, and I mean, plug and play, the Rougeos.
Stop right there. Pause.
Yeah.
Pause. You didn't give a shit about Jimmy Anvil Neidhart outside of the Hart Foundation. Yeah. Natty and the family did.
Yeah.
Niggas wasn't when the Hart Foundation broke. Matter of fact, when they see, depending on how old you are, when they just didn't have them tagging after WrestleMania 4, you wasn't like, oh man, that Jim Neidhart, Intercontinental Champion soon.
They didn't even cover that in the WWF magazine. It wasn't even in there. That, oh, hey, are the Hart Foundation breaking up? They didn't even waste time on the story of it. They just moved him.
Nigga, Brett just was like, I'm wrestling Mr. Perfect. Like, I'm wrestling Bad News Brown. Yeah. Nobody looked at Jim the Anvil Neidhart and was like future champ.
Yeah.
Of any kind. TV championship, Las Cruces champion. No, nigga. Like when the Hart Foundation broke up, that was it, son.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But we knew there was something about Bret. We knew it.
Mm-hmm.
Jim the Anvil Neidhart, when they first started, may have been the talker. So he's the person that everybody heard, where Bret Hart was just like,
yeah.
But when Bret Hart started talking, we was like, all right, this big ass white dude can go.
Yeah. Yeah, hey, and you know what? And we're saying all that, and I'm still gonna say the Anvil was also just not Marty Jannetty.
Like, but wait a minute. I'm going to disagree with you in the most harshest way.
Let's talk.
There's no way in hell, if Bret Hart was the Intercontinental Champion, I would have ever thought the Anvil would defeat that man.
No, for sure. For sure.
It was not the biggest surprise. It was not the biggest surprise when Marty Jannetty got it off of Shawn, because you knew he was going to get it back. There was never in any moment of J.R. Bang's life where he was like, yo, hey, man, hey, I can't believe goddamn, Jim Neidhart. No, not even in a storyline case. There was not even a thought that Jim the Anvil Neidhart would even win a tag team belt outside of Bret. When they put his ass with goddamn Owen. Man, when they put Owen and Jim the Anvil Neidhart and them bright ass shits is goddamn the new foundation. We was like, nigga, them niggas came out looking like Aldi Pops. They came out looking like cream soda, lemon lime, and red pop. Go look. Just off the gear alone, they ain't winning shit. Nah. Marty Jannetty came out in the same gear, doing the same shit. And we was like, he gonna win a match on Superstars, fam.
Yeah.
We got to see Jim Neidhart on Superstars.
And not for nothing, that was the attempt. That was the attempt to get Marty over.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
saying?
Now,
the beer money question, two alphas.
Yeah, for sure.
Two alphas. And in fact, James Storm should have been way more successful than he was.
Yeah, for sure.
But like,
I'll tell you what. I randomly, how I ended up watching some of TNA, I was flipping the channels randomly and saw a beer money match. And I was like, wait, what time does this come on?
Niggas cold.
So yeah. So no, they're definitely nobody's Marty Jannetty in that.
Right. There's like people, I think people get carried away with who's the Marty Jannetty and who is the Shawn Michaels. No, they're tag teams who are better together.
Mm-hmm.
And there's some tag teams that's going to be cold apart no matter what.
Yeah.
Demolition, the Road Warriors. I would not have cared to see Hulk or Animal as solo acts while the other is wrestling.
Yeah. And they tried that. They tried it like pseudo because, Hulk was going through his things. But yeah, and even though, who's the Marty Jannetty, and I'm trying to be respectful to Marty Jannetty because they're still a tier above him, though. I personally, I do believe there is a tier above him, though. You know what I mean? Like, but I'm trying to give him some grace because he was kind of his own worst enemy at the same time.
Yeah.
But there is such a thing as like you just can't get over it. Hey, listen, y'all, if you've been around since we did our top tag teams in the WWE, Kane and Murdoch. I didn't think there was a Marty Jannetty in that group.
No.
I didn't think it was one. And Trevor Murdoch has been the NWA champion. So like recently. So I think a lot of it is just what you do with your time. But some people you can tell. Dudley's, Hardy's, Edge and Christian.
There we go. There we go, B-Dot. That's who I was thinking of. That's who I was thinking of. Rick Steiner is Marty Jannetty, y'all. Look, if we want to keep it a buck, I love the Steiner brothers. The Steiner brothers is one of my favorite tag teams. But if we want to keep it a buck, when Rick lost Scott, y'all did not give a shit about Rick. Y'all ain't care.
No, that's true.
Y'all didn't care at all. That's fuck all that shit. Let's keep it a buck. When the Steiner brothers broke up and Scott went from the dyed black hair and the goatee to cutting his shit short, having the blonde hair and the goatee, y'all said that man's a star. Rick came around. That's all y'all want to do. Outside of that, y'all ain't give a shit. Yeah. And I am a Steiner Brothers stan. But when Scott left, I did not care about Rick. That's Marty Jannetty and Shawn, because the way that they broke up, it's like, all right, them brothers, they fight all the time. Nigga, Shawn Michaels almost killed Marty Jannetty. So you wanted to see the get back.
Yeah.
You wanted to see the get back. And yes, Russ, the NWO was hot as fish grease at the time. You still didn't care about Rick getting his get back against the NWO.
You gotta relax.
We didn't give a damn. Look, man. I'm gonna tell you, look, I'm about to break it down just like this. I'm gonna try to break this down in less than a minute, and we're gonna move on because this went the direction that we didn't even plan on going. Yeah. But this is what I'm gonna do for y'all. I'm gonna help y'all out, right? I'm about to show y'all how right I am. When Scott turned on Rick and went to the NWO, changed his hair color, became the big bad booty daddy, he became one of the coolest wrestlers on earth. Y'all just thought Rick was dumb. That's Shawn Michaels and Marty Jannetty territory. But let me tell y'all what makes it worse. Braun Breaker becomes a WWE star, and y'all keep talking about Scott Steiner like Rick Steiner ain't his daddy.
Yeah, he got us. Yeah, he got us.
Nigga, because Scott got his own kid.
Yeah, and he's a monster too. But yeah, hey, Braun Breaker literally is the wrestler we thought Rick Steiner was solo. You got to concede. You got to concede to that. That's the truth. That's the truth.
Scott Steiner is that boy uncle. Yeah. And y'all talk about Scott and Braun like that's father and son. Like Rick ass don't be in the motherfucker.
They even panned the Scott Steiner first at one of the PLEs recently. Not the Royal Rumble, but one of the other ones. Like the night he won the Intercontinental title, I think. They panned the Scott Steiner first. Yeah.
And Scott just started liking Triple H again, Jack.
Yeah. Hey, Donnie, yes, there is a tier below Marty Jannetty.
Who is that?
Santo or Tanaka. Pick one. You don't even want to see them in singles matches. So, yeah, pick one of the Orient Express. There's the bottom.
That's true. Damn, that's true. But I'm telling y'all, the way y'all talk about Marty Jannetty that's the case. That's the way y'all should be talking about Rick Steiner, because y'all don't even acknowledge that Braun Breaker's that man daddy.
Yeah.
Oh man, he's just like Scott.
He's like, his father is standing right there, bro.
Right there. All I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, y'all. But could those two been two alphas? Yeah. Because remember, Rick was in the WCW first. And matter of fact, that's what I was going to say. The tier below, like that tier that you said is just terrible tag teams.
Yeah.
Nigga, no. Y'all need to start talking about Stevie Ray like y'all talk about Marty Jannetty, nigga.
Yeah, that's a fact too, though.
I don't think we ever gave a shit about Stevie Ray, even in the Harlem Heat.
Yeah, no, we didn't.
Even when Booker T was taking all of the pins. I ain't care about Stevie Ray. Matter of fact, his name was Stevie Ray. If it was still Cole and Kane, probably would have gave a fuck. I would have gave a fuck if his name was Kane. But Stevie Ray, the fact that they gave that man the name Stevie Ray, I was like, oh yeah. Booker T, Stevie Ray, nah. Boom! There you go, Russ.
Okay, yeah. Hey, these are just facts. These are just facts. This is just facts and branding, I guess.
Yeah. I'm saying, look, I know y'all like to do the Marty Jannetty, Shawn Michaels thing because Shawn Michaels ended up one of the greatest of all time.
Yeah.
But I would like to replace Marty Jannetty with Stevie Ray for a couple of reasons. Reason one, when they brought Ahmed Johnson in that goddamn group, that shit was dead. Stevie Ray, as the leader of the NWO, brought that shit down.
Yeah.
And when it was over, Stevie Ray was like, I'm out. Peace.
Yeah.
We did not give a damn about Stevie Ray once Harlem Heat broke up. We ain't give a damn about Harlem Heat 2000. We ain't give a damn about anything outside of that. In fact, when Harlem Heat went into the Hall of Fame, we was like, okay, is Booker T getting both rings? But shouts out to them two brothers.
Yeah, hey, listen, man. Hey, Horace and Harvey.
Ho and High Grant. Hey, man. And I like Rick Steiner fan. I was a varsity club fan. Yeah. I like, but Stevie Ray, nah, fam.
I don't know, man. We're using Great and Stevie Ray a couple too many times. Hold on, man. Hold on.
See?
Hold on, bro. Hey, listen. And this is the first Black Champ podcast. It's Black History Month. If you celebrating it or acknowledging it,
damn, we just killed that man on Black History Month.
Yeah, I don't want to kick a brother's back in, but we gotta stop. We saying Great and Stevie Ray. Let's tone it down. Let's just tone it down a tad. That's all. Yeah, wait for Steven.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, look, go to his brothers. How about that? Save 2 more weeks and go to the Booker T. Jones.
Go to Reality Wrestling. Hey, man, let's move on real quick. Let's talk about the aftermath of the Royal Rumble. LA Knight, it turns out, according to a lot of people's reports and their findings, is the guy that irritated not only Drew McIntyre, but Damian Priest and others as well.
Yeah.
Now, LA Knight, yeah. I don't know. Are we souring on him at this point?
Well, I mean, I think the locker room is. I've watched it several times. How was that his fault?
I'm just trying to see where he was trying to get all his moves off part.
Right. He was measuring up the opponent, and it looked like Damian Priest ran into him. And then that caused a look. I don't know. I think but here is the deal though. And I'm glad LA Knight is becoming a topic of discussion again. That US title run, it was very telling, I think, about what the trajectory is and how they're kind of recalibrating it. I think we're in the world of, yeah, the people made you hot, but you still not our pick. So fuck what you thought was about to happen for you. That's what I think is going on with LA Knight, personally. They're not giving him the Uso pass, the Jey Uso pass, the Bloodline pass, because I don't think this was planned for Jey either. But Jey was standing next to Roman, and I do believe the entire Bloodline story was to make superstars out of everybody. I do, however, think that the biggest star out of it was supposed to be Kevin Owens, if you think about how it started that first year and a half. But for me, I just think this is just people, the locker room, the front office, whoever, letting LA Knight know, hey, you were never the one. You got over by yourself, and we respect that. But nah, we're not doing what people think we should do because of what you've done.
I'm conflicted. I agree with you to a point.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's more about the quality of the wrestling inside of the ring more than anything. Because there's been a number of wrestlers who we've been like, Like, let me ask you this question. And you know how I feel about one of these two people.
Mm-hmm.
Who'd you rather see in a match? In a high-profile match?
High profile.
Sheamus or LA Knight?
Man. You know what? I'll give the edge to Sheamus. Because Sheamus will give us something new. He'll give us something new. Like, LA Knight does have like a very programmable style. You kind of know what's going to come with an LA Knight match. Sheamus, even though like there's some moves you expect, but the execution, where in the ring, the drama in them, and this is coming from somebody that came out the gate hating Sheamus. So
Bingo.
I'm being super fair right here when I say this. I hated the first 3 years of Sheamus' career in the WWE. I want to be crystal clear on that. But I will say one thing that Sheamus is really great at is doing the same shit different ways, more dramatically, and you feel like you haven't seen it before.
I think the very underrated part about Sheamus is he can still give you some emotion.
Mm-hmm.
When has LA Knight ever been the underdog and we've been like, yo, man, he got to win it?
Yeah, no, it just hasn't happened.
He beat Logan Paul.
Yeah.
We hate Logan Paul.
Yeah.
There's not been, and this is partly the WWE's fault. They have not given us a match with LA Knight that we got emotionally involved in.
Yeah.
The underrated part about wrestling when you're watching a match, some shit that I never hear fans talk about, is how you get emotionally invested in the match, not the character.
Right.
The match. There's not been a match that I've seen that made you want to be emotionally invested in LA Knight. And to me, that's the issue here. Mm-hmm. You've not given LA Knight some shit that made you go, oh no, he got to win this shit. Because you know who LA Knight reminds me of?
Yeah.
Young John Cena.
Okay.
You can talk, man, you got some power moves, but we ain't had nothing that made us go, shit, we got it. Like, until, for me, when it comes to John Cena, it was when John Cena started going up against Eddie Guerrero.
Yeah.
Now, it's the asshole that's coming out. So now we hope Eddie Guerrero whoop his ass because he out here being very racist to Eddie.
Right. Yeah.
Then it didn't work as a face. It didn't work for me until he defeated the Big Show for the title.
So U.S. title at WrestleMania, what, 20 was it?
I think it was 20.
Yeah.
But that made me go, okay, yeah, I see it, because you're gravitating to this person.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody got to tell me outside of promos before he wrestled. Say, yeah, what has LA Knight done in the ring that made you emotionally invested in the LA Knight match and hopes that he gets over?
Yeah. Sure was nothing. I mean, look how we built the LA Knight character on SmackDown. He decided that he was going to smack the Metro team in the face with my man Saudi Seth. They played him and leave homegirl, I forget her name right now, and then all of a sudden he was just LA Knight.
So let's say, for instance, they pivot and they have LA Knight and Drew McIntyre.
I was literally about to ask you this. Go ahead.
I could care fucking less about them having the beef or in any type of way. Why? Because that's the same thing that I feel about Drew McIntyre, which is why I like mercenary Drew McIntyre more than I like even this character, even though I'm cool with this character. I like mercenary Drew McIntyre because he shows you he don't give a fuck about shit. I don't care about Drew McIntyre trying to tell the world that Roman Reigns ain't shit. Because you ain't shit either.
So now I'm on the opposite side of this coin from you. Because honestly, I honestly do think everything with Drew McIntyre is getting very stagnant.
Because it is,
he's in the same race with the same complaint, and we're going on 2 years now.
That's why I'm with you.
Yes. So for me, though, I think LA Knight, Drew McIntyre is the perfect pairing. Because if you really look at it, one angle Drew McIntyre can tell, and this is just long form storytelling. He can always go back to, hey, look, I was the chosen one and it didn't quite work out for me. The people hated me. The people loved you and you ain't doing shit with it. And and like, yeah, Roman might have both screwed us, whatever. But the thing is, I'm actually better at what you do, even though people like you more than me. I think this is a really good chance for both of them. One, to get into a new storyline. I think this is the kind of story working with a Drew McIntyre would actually help get LA Knight over. LA Knight, the wrestler, over. LA Knight, the character, doesn't need to get over anymore. I'm with you on that. LA Knight, the wrestler, has to get over it in 2025, or he's going to be the next one on this list. He's going to be the next one on that list. If LA Knight, the wrestler, does not get over this year.
All right. So part of this is the character. Part of the character is why, to me, this is the only way that works. Here's why that's the case. LA Knight got to tell Drew McIntyre, you acting like a little bitch right now. Because right now, they're both the same character, just driven. But somebody got to be like, you acting like a little bitch right now. That has to come from LA Knight. But in that match, we have to care about LA Knight. In that match, if he's wrestling Drew McIntyre, is LA Knight capable of making people care that he might get his ass whooped by Drew McIntyre? Because even as a heel, there's going to be people like, man, Drew McIntyre better not lose no goddamn LA Knight.
Yeah. But see, hey, and I'm with you, right? However, both of their characters are built on that fearless nature as well. I don't think you have to have, I think this can be just the knockdown drag out, as they say. Like how.
But see that, that's why I hope you was going. Go ahead.
Yes. Because like, for instance, when it came time, and obviously the storyline is different, so don't think I'm comparing it in this aspect. But when it was time for Triple H versus Shawn Michaels, it was no fear mode. It was like, nah, you trying to take me out. I need to beat your ass. I'm not scared of you. I've never been scared of you. I put you on. Like, and it's one of those. So, you know, hey, listen, not for nothing. And I know we probably don't rank or underrate it, but Stone Cold versus Savio Vega is what needs to happen between Drew McIntyre and LA Knight.
We're same page, because I wasn't necessarily thinking about that match. I was thinking about Stone Cold. Stone Cold eventually made you care he was losing to Bret Hart.
Yeah. Yes.
Like, yo, I'm frustrated that I'm losing to this nigga.
Yeah.
LA Knight has to look at, if LA Knight is a cosplay between The Rock and Stone Cold, he needs to look at Stone Cold Bret Hart before WrestleMania 13.
Yeah,
when sure. That man was just ultra frustrated that I've lost to him. I gotta beat him.
Yeah.
It can't just be, no. His promos, Stone Cold's promos, from SummerSlam to WrestleMania 13 was, I know I'm better than him. He's a lame. I know I'm better than him. And I keep losing to him.
Yeah.
That's Drew McIntyre. I know I'm better than Roman Reigns. But I keep losing to him. That's why we was like, we care.
Yeah.
LA Knight has to get to a point where we like, I keep losing to insert wrestler here, and I'm better than him. And he has to speak that emotion. He has to show that emotion. And maybe he lose to Drew McIntyre 2 times, and then he finally gets that bitch. But he has to put himself in a case of where I'm so frustrated of being close that I got to take somebody off at the knees.
Yeah.
Well, I'm never going to get it. And then he could get back to being the good guy. But at this point, LA Knight got to watch Stone Cold after SummerSlam going into WrestleMania 13 and get the hunger of I can't lose this.
So dig it. Here's the other thing that I think we're overlooking too. The LA Knight character is not a face character.
It's not.
It's like, if you really look at it, just from the optics and the aesthetics, because how is he essentially cutting the same promos on Logan Paul, Jimmy Uso, Andrade, Carmelo Hayes, and Drew McIntyre? Like, it's a heel character. We're just still cheering. And this is, to your point, Bang, this is why, yeah, the wrestler, LA Knight, the wrestler, has to get over it. The character established. Because like we haven't got the chance to love to hate him because he's that popular. But however, the matches like it's the fake outrage reaction. Oh damn, y'all never let LA Knight win. Oh, he should get a main event spot. Oh, he should win the title. But you don't really give a fuck. You just know that you like the character. He hasn't sold you on one match. So that and he's a heel. So whoever the next face is, like, if Big Jim is becoming a face, then Big Jim versus damn LA Knight needs to happen. And he needs to go over in that aspect somehow, or somebody else, some other face that is undeniable. Russ, listen, I was on the train way before Johnny Wrestling. I mean, on LA Knight. So if he beat him up, crucify him. Undertaker 98 him. I don't care. But yeah, he would obviously raise up a few more points in my stock as well.
And yeah,
no, go ahead. I thought you was on mute. Go ahead.
No, yeah, I was trying to find out what the fuck that noise was. LA, you're right. LA Knight is not a heel character. I can tell you who LA Knight need.
Who's that?
LA Knight needs AJ Styles.
Okay.
He needs to wrestle AJ Styles and keep wrestling him until he beats him. Get frustrated at the fact that I can't beat Alan fucking Jones. He has to be in a match to where I know I'm better than this person, but I just can't. What the fuck is going on?
So now, question, real quick to get right there, because I like where you're going. Do we old school this and we play this out on PLEs, and just the SmackDown is just the banter, the tag matches, because I think that's what killed LA Knight, Andrade, Escobar, and Carmelo Hayes. Every damn week, they're on SmackDown wrestling.
He needs to get just teased, and it did. And we know this in wrestling. You could do some shit and remix it and make it happen again. Yeah. Because the fact of the matter is LA Knight beat AJ Styles already, and LA Knight won. But we've barely seen AJ Styles.
Yeah.
Now, hopefully, there was some rumor that he was injured at WrestleMania. Hopefully, that ain't the case.
Yeah.
But a whole new aggressive AJ Styles that don't give a fuck more than what that was last time with this version of LA Knight, who lost the United States Championship. AJ Styles could literally be like, oh, this ain't the same shit that it was when you beat me, fam. This is a new day. And LA Knight gets frustrated. I could tell you somebody else that LA Knight might be able to use in this equation. And it's Sheamus. There's another one.
Yeah.
But it has to be somebody. It literally has to be somebody that's legit better than the next man. Or you have a thought. Because even when AJ Styles beat when AJ Styles beat LA Knight, we was like, oh, word. But again, it wasn't no drama.
Yeah.
That's what LA Knight is missing. He's missing the drama. He's missing the intrigue.
Yeah.
Every person that y'all love, there was drama and intrigue. There's not been real true drama and intrigue when it comes to LA Knight. It has not.
Yeah, not for sure. Just selling t-shirts and Slim Jims.
That's it. And those are wrestlers that he could go back up against, and you could get drama and all of that. And to the point where motherfuckers forgot about that damn LA Knight AJ Styles match. I didn't. And that's why I brought it up. Bingo, Donnie.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. No, absolutely. Hey, listen. I think we're all right here because, I mean, hey, you know, there is, I think we've all watched enough wrestling now to see the difference, right? Because on the flip side, even though the Yes movement was big, right? If Daniel Bryan was even half the character that LA Knight is in the WWE, there would be no B+ player like storyline. they just propel him to the top because he's that great at one. Like Zack Ryder. Again, I'm not saying he's a bad wrestler, but it was what he was doing on YouTube, the guy, the character, but you also got to sell in the ring. A big knock on a lot of indie wrestlers, and even I understand it now as we progress and we watch more of it and we just exposed to more of it, is that yes, a lot of them are very athletic. They're cool at doing moves. They're good at doing spots. But how many great matches are they actually having? And if you're judging a match by the spots and the super kicks, yeah, there's 1,000 great wrestlers. But if you were to dump a prime Bret Hart in the indie circuit, and or if you were to dump a prime Stone Cold in the indie circuit, and if you got them all just taking super kicks for 10 minutes, you probably wouldn't feel the same way as you did when they were both in 1996 battling each other in the quest to get the world title. It does just hit different.
So I think it's a lot when it comes to this LA Knight, Drew McIntyre thing. I ain't see it. I ain't see what LA Knight was trying to get his joints off, but I also don't know what's going on in the ring. Wrestlers getting destroyed before the close of the show. And are we tired of these wrestlers, this happening to these wrestlers? On Monday, Kevin Owens destroyed Sami Zayn, gave him the package pile driver. On Friday, Solo appeared in all black, no red, all black, to destroy Cody. Go with Kevin and Sami. Are we tired of this shit? Like, are we tired of Kevin hating his friend?
I was gonna say yes originally, but then I thought about the story and the promo that could be cut by Kevin Owens. And so like now I'm like, nah, I think you can call me crazy. I think this is the most legit time for Kevin Owens to beat Sami Zayn ass. I think this is the most legit time, and I'm actually super here for this one. for this one. And I haven't been high on this feud in the WWE ecosystem at all. So,
I thought we was gonna disagree.
Oh, okay. Yeah, nah.
I thought we was gonna disagree.
Yeah, no. This one is the one for me.
Because I think there's a lot that can go with this because of Sami Zayn's tour of duty with the Bloodline. You didn't help me when Cody did what he did to me. Then you go to the Royal Rumble and you running with Roman again while I'm hurt. And this is what Kevin said. Parts of what Kevin said in the car promo on Friday. You're a horrible friend. You're a disgusting human being. I'll never forgive you, never. But I'm gonna make you pay. You're going to pay. When I saw that, I said, yeah. He like fuck everybody.
Hey, man.
But this can't be a normal one-on-one match. If they try to give us Sami and Kevin in a pin or a one fall match, nah. What Kevin did points to now we got to fight. Just like I said with LA Knight, we need drama. Mm-hmm. Now Kevin resigned with the WWE, y'all, so this is makes it even better.
Yeah.
If we go, I love Sami Zayn, and I said last year that I felt like Sami Zayn would be a world champion. That didn't happen. But in order for us to even believe that Sami Zayn is a world champion contender, he got to beat Kevin Owens in a gimmick match. It got to be a last man standing type shit, an unsanctioned type shit. This got to be Triple H and Shawn Michaels.
I do agree. Yeah.
SummerSlam. If you try to give me this match is settled for one fall, no. Because Kevin Owens told you in the car what it is.
Yeah.
And he put that man out. That can't be settled by a 1-2-3 pin.
Yeah. Hey, and he shouldn't want to do it after what Sami Zayn watched Cody Rhodes do and didn't do nothing. He ain't trying to push him off the ladder or nothing. So no.
He just like, why? Yeah. And then you go and high five your mans. Those Samoan niggas that you know I don't fuck with because they've been beating my ass and trying to end my career. You steady playing in my face, Sammy. That's what Kevin Owens is basically saying. Yeah. Kevin Owens is every villain that you look at and be like, he might be the good guy.
Yeah.
Hey. He keep telling Sammy, you playing in my face, man.
Yeah. Hey, listen. Did y'all hear the promos before the Royal Rumble started? The alternate ending to the Royal Rumble was, hey, you help me beat Cody, and I'll come in that Royal Rumble and throw everybody out. It'll be us. We'll headline WrestleMania. Like, yo, stick to the plan.
But no, he didn't make it happen. But I am tired of Cody and Solo.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Because that should have never happened.
At the end, when I saw that shit, I was like, all right, Paul, what the fuck y'all doing?
Yeah. But see, that's Solo not really being over.
At this point, that motherfucker could be over. I'm like, yo, you ain't pinched the bitch.
Yeah, but see that's the thing. Look, this is Solo not being over, and Cody not being able to help it either. Like that's the thing. They're trying. When we look back at this time, and no disrespect to Solo, and I honestly do mean that. No disrespect to him, but we went from waiting to see when he was going to get his main event moment and waiting to see when he's going to get his high profile matches to him actually getting them. And we just not feeling it. He's not having bad matches. He's actually become greater at promo. It's just not his time. Unfortunately, the lights may not be too bright for him, but we're not receptive to the light. It's just one of those things. Like Cody versus Roman just looked different from Cody versus Solo. Like it's gonna look different when it's Cody versus Drew, Cody versus Kevin. Solo hasn't even been the focal point in any of his storylines in which he's won. Shit, LA Knight Solo needs to happen before anything to see where we going with both of y'all, because Jacob Fatu has come here and took both of y'all juice and both of y'all thunder, and he's been as great on the mic as he has been great in the ring, and his new hoodie is fire. So shit.
I said on Friday, I want that hoodie. I want that.
Yo, so that's Solo's problem. It's just that I believe he's more than prepared to perform, but we don't care because he hasn't built that cachet. Like he needs to be after the US title. He needs to go after again. Hey, have him run the mid-card gauntlet, beat Carmelo, beat Escobar, beat Andrade, and at least say that you got some dubs under your belt. And then let's get you into a US title type of situation and see how that goes.
I'm not gonna lie to you, fam. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I'm even more upset because Solo did that at the end, but Jacob basically told you what it was at the beginning of the show.
Yeah.
Like, even what Jacob said at the beginning of the show overshadowed what Solo did at the end.
Yeah.
Jacob Fatu should be wrestling Cody Rhodes at Elimination Chamber for the championship. But they're more than likely about to give Solo one more chance. I'm tired of that.
Yeah, it's a mistake. It's a mistake, and honestly, without and let me get into my guaranteed hope, because I don't know if it's a guarantee. I'm hoping that the end of SmackDown is exactly what you're saying, right? They're trying to make the buildup of Solo versus Cody again, and Jacob just intervenes and be like, "Nah, hold on, because where you been at? I don't know if you heard, but we not the bloodline no more. I'm off the leash, so being we family, so I ain't gonna smack the shit out you, but just chill unless you trying to help Jay win the title." See, that's the plot twist that I'm hoping happens here. And this is not an attempt to make a new bloodline get over his face as doing the 50 Uso. But the one thing I loved about Jacob's promo was the fact that he was like, yo, let me break this fourth rope for y'all that may have just got here. Jey Uso, my cousin. And I'm just glad somebody from the family won the Royal Rumble. Do I want it to be him? Nah, because I don't think he got enough heart to get it done. But there was a moment in that promo bang where I thought that he was going to say, hey, as long as we got the belt, I got the belt.
Mm-hmm.
So we go make sure your ass don't leave WrestleMania with that belt. And I'm here for that. That's my guaranteed hope that the switch flips and they like, hey, look, let's just make sure Jay win the title and we'll just beat his ass second from him. That's my guaranteed hope for the week. Shit, for the month.
Yeah, man, we gonna see. We gonna see. But man, there's a lot to this story.
No,
I
Russ,
guess that was that we don't.
Yeah. Hey, Solo versus Jacob would end Solo. Solo would have to go to AEW if that happened. Or back to NXT. He would have to. You don't want that.
Yeah, nah. Not only do we don't need that, again, I actually don't want no more Samoan versus Samoan matches unless it's like a real fight.
I got you.
All right, man, before we get out of here, Jey Uso. Who should Jey face at WrestleMania? He had this conversation with Gunther. Mm-hmm. Gunther said, man, if you choose me, yo, I'm beating the shit out of you at WrestleMania in a way that ain't never been seen before. Yeah. Cody, like, hey, man, you know, if you want to do that, just know what it is and what's going to happen. Who should Jey pick? Gunther, Cody, or should somebody else get that belt from one of them?
So, off top, I do want to say, I love the fact that when Gunther is coming out there to tell you about what's coming with facing him, it never is a result in like, hey, it's going to be a pretty good match, but I'm going to get you. It's just like, nah, you know what? I might end your life. I like that. I appreciate that. I respect that. But hey, man, listen, man, this is WrestleMania. And I know it's 2 nights, but we got to keep it a buck, man. There's only one main event slot on WrestleMania. And I'm sorry to break it to you newcomers. The only main event slot at WrestleMania is Sunday night, last match. And right now, Cody Rhodes is holding that spot. Okay. They tried to distribute the power with the tag match last year. I get it. But nah. Sunday night, last match, top spot. The answer and only answer for Jey Uso, who is not going to be this hot next year, is Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes versus Jey Uso needs to happen. It's the ultimate heat check. It is the biggest star power match available. There is no replacement. Sorry, not even if we throw Roman in here somehow. Not even if we throw John Cena in here somehow or CM Punk somehow. We can't explain what's happening with Jey Uso right now. He has to get this spot. He has to get the spot. And that is against Cody Rhodes, night 2, main event, WrestleMania.
I'm about to make a lot of people mad and upset.
Okay, let's talk.
I don't think I care. And I think the reason why I don't care is because I don't think that the WWE did a good job after WrestleMania. I don't think that the WWE did a good job after the Royal Rumble in making me care. I think they made me go, you deserve it. Clap, 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 clap. Mm-hmm. They made me feel like Jey felt like he was undeserving of his honor, but we had to tell him, you are.
Right. Yeah.
But outside of that, I don't think I give a shit. For 2 reasons. Okay. Reason 1 is I don't want to see him against Gunther or Cody.
Okay.
I want to see him against his cousin.
Oh, really? Okay.
The match here is Roman versus Jey. Unless y'all about to tell me Roman is about to take the belt off of Gunther, I don't care about Jey versus Gunther. Nothing about that match screams WrestleMania to me. It screams Saturday night's main event on Raw. Yeah. It does not scream main event at WrestleMania. Mm-hmm. In fact, I said it last week, it makes me think Super Intercontinental Champion. And with Cody, somebody got to be the heel.
Yeah.
Somebody got to be the heel. So with somebody being the heel, unless Cody come and be like, I hate all y'all niggas, and then the bloodline comes and helps Jey like they helped Cody last year. Well, Jey did, and Kevin Owens. Like, that's what would have to happen. So my pick is someone else.
Okay. All right.
Roman should challenge Gunther at Elimination Chamber, and he should defeat Gunther.
Hold on once, because I haven't been paying close attention. The Chamber is for what title?
The Chamber.
Oh wait, I guess they don't know yet.
The Chamber is not for a title.
Really?
No.
So wait a minute. Okay, so this is the other main event slot match.
Basically. Like, from what I saw.
Yeah, no. Hey, listen, because I thought I missed something. Now, and granted, I knew that Jey didn't pick yet, but you don't have to pick yet because usually a title is on the line in the Elimination Chamber.
This is a elimination chamber match for a men's world championship match at WrestleMania 41. So whoever wins this, they choose who Jey don't.
Okay, cool. So Jey still has first right of refusal for winning the Royal Rumble. Okay, I guess
which is part of the reason why I don't care.
Yeah. Yeah. See?
Because you made it a first right of refusal match.
Yeah.
Not this is for the championship. Gunther didn't defend at the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
So it's Gunther plus 5 other men.
Yeah.
No. This is whoever wins that match goes to WrestleMania to wrestle the guy that Jey don't pick.
See, so off top, I got 2 titles dropping at WrestleMania then. I'm sorry, because that sounds like some bullshit. That sounds like the champs ain't champing to do that. Because how are we fighting for 2 number 1 contender slots during the draft portal? They don't even. Yeah,
which is why, again, Gunther needs to defend the championship at Elimination Chamber against Roman Reigns. And Cody defends against Solo. Cody wins. John Cena wins. There's your match. Gunther, matter of fact, I'll even do you one better. On Raw, Monday, Jey Uso says, I'm picking Gunther. But then we get Gunther has to defend his belt though. And we're defending it. He has to defend it against Roman, Seth, CM Punk. That takes CM Punk out the Elimination Chamber. And you replace him. But I'm sorry. Gunther versus Jey Uso don't excite me.
Yeah.
Gunther versus Cody don't excite me. The only Jey Uso championship match that excites me is Jey Uso versus Roman Reigns. He got to beat his cousin.
Hey, listen, man, I might be on an island here, But to be real with you all, Gunther as the champion in the main event slot on either night of WrestleMania ain't doing it for me right now.
It's not.
Not in 2025. I'm sorry.
Especially when you've had him defend the belt on the shows before the PLEs.
Yeah. Yeah. Some about that. It ain't resonating with me. And it ain't that he ain't deserving. It ain't that he ain't doing great work, but hey, maybe this is what they've always been talking about. Is he really a main event guy? Is he a headliner? Like when they threw those things out about just wrestlers over the past. Gunther at the main event of night one, Rhea Ripley should be there before he should be. So Bianca Belair should be there before he should be. Sami Zayn, if he could finesse, he should be in there before he should. There's just some other people that are like, it's not that he's not going to give you a great match, but it's just like, man, what is the emotional investment for a storyline that's WrestleMania worthy? Hey, Gunther versus Cena ain't it for me either. At WrestleMania, not at WrestleMania. If you want to do that Money in the Bank, then we can talk. I don't think Gunther doing anything at WrestleMania right now is intriguing to me. Shit, he lost his historic reign as the Intercontinental Champion at the last one, and we barely talk about that. And he wrestled one of the hottest people in the world when he did that, in Sami Zayn.
Because it was basically a guarantee that he was going to lose it in that way. Again, there's no drama.
Yeah.
There's no drama. Mind you, Gunther is my favorite wrestler right now. Because Gunther's, at the end of the day, Gunther just going to whoop your ass and call it a night.
Yeah.
And do I think Road to WrestleMania, Gunther basically threatening you and whooping your ass every week on Raw until we get to WrestleMania will bring intrigue.
Yeah.
It's just when you have Roman Reigns hovering over you, and we know how this storyline really got to where it is right now. Them two. We saw what happened at SummerSlam. He lost because of his brother. He got to get his lick back. And what better way of showing that you are the head of the table? You are the tribal chief and low key in this match, because it is that, and there's no loyalty amongst everybody.
Yeah.
This is a true one-on-one match.
Yeah, for sure.
If there was a time for this match to happen with no interference, this is the match.
Yeah. Yeah, because there's no bloodline. There's no Usos as a tag team. There is no alternate universe street crime of Usos. Jacob just wants the title back in the family. Yeah.
So the family gonna sit back and let it be decided one-on-one who's better. And then at the end of the show, you get Roman and Jey shaking hands and hugging, and Roman walks off.
Shoot. Oh, no. You get that. But then here comes Rock. Here comes Jacob. Here comes Solo. Here comes Jimmy. Here comes Tama. Here comes Rikishi. They're all in the ring. Samoan Dynasty closes fucking night 2.
That too.
On top of the world.
That too.
That's what I want to see.
That too. Because you can either let him have his moment, or you finally brought the bloodline back together.
Yeah. Hey, listen. And that's a WrestleMania moment, ladies and gentlemen. Not just pinfall 3 and confetti with pyro. We need to get back to WrestleMania moments. Like real ones, though. Real ones that we remember 10 years from now.
Let Cody lose to John Cena on Saturday.
Hey, listen, I'm not above it. The Diddy pin is crazy.
So before we get out of here, do we have any guarantees?
Oh man, nothing other than what I said, and I ain't gonna lie, I kind of forgot it low key that quick. But I will say, oh, you know what? No, I will say this. I like what Jey Uso is doing. I think this past weekend on SmackDown, Friday, I'm sorry, because it's Sunday. This past SmackDown, Jim definitely proved that he is the natural charismatic one. He got all of the X Factor stuff that Rikishi had, honestly. Like, Roman may have built it, but he just got it. And I like what's happening for him. I hope that it just helps his new trajectory, because it has to be a new one. I'm looking forward. I'm officially looking forward to the year that Big Jey Uso is having, based on what I've seen on Friday night.
Fuck it, I'm just gonna make it my guarantee. Roman Reigns versus Jey Uso will happen instead of Jey Uso versus Gunther. The heat check don't even pass the test right now.
Hey, which one you're right?
So we'll see what happens. But I can say right now, I don't want to see Gunther versus Jey or Gunther versus Cody.
Yeah, and Jey shouldn't want that for himself either, to be real. But hey, again, he'll never be this hot again, y'all. He need to seize this moment in every aspect of the word.
If you looking for a way to put that man extremely over, this is the way to do it. All right, man, close us out, Jack.
All right. Hey, man, we thank y'all for checking out this episode of the First Black Champ podcast. Hey, we sincerely appreciate the commentary this week, just like every week, man. All of you, likes, comments, shares, questions, thoughts, rumor and innuendo, all a very great and integral part of the FBC community. Obviously, Bang and I can do the show by ourselves, but all of you and your engagement and your interaction is what make it special. So for that, we gratefully and humbly thank you. And always remember, if you want to check out wrestling, if you want to talk about wrestling in an unconventional way, you do so by checking out the First Black Champ podcast. Pick VP, DOC, RIP, Irv Gotti, and DMX, and we are out. Fuck Johnny Wrestling. Pray for the prophets.